which was very helpful. But I don't want to forget the other guys as well. So can you just give us a rundown? Who else is in the band? What are their names?
Well, it's a 5-piece band, basically from all over the world. We have Hector is our guitar player from Costa Rica. Cheggy is the lead singer from Russia. Anthony is guitar player from Leeds. And Gracebo is from Uruguay. He's our bass player.
And so you're from Jersey.
I'm from New Jersey, so I don't know how I got mixed in with those guys, but it's working out pretty good.
That's so awesome. You say you're the United Nations of...
Yeah, kind of adopted that, but because we're just from all over the place and, kind of like the United Nations, so...
I think that's so cool. How long have you been in the band yourself?
I've joined the band last fall. The Blackfires as a band have been around for about 2 or 3 years.
Okay.
They had it was a different 5-piece band. 3 of the guys were different members, and they played for a year, and they had some good success in New York locally, and they lost a few of the guys, and they've regrouped about last fall, and we've been playing pretty steadily, and it's been going really great.
So I want to talk about, well, I'm just going to say this. I was introduced to you guys as a band at the Jersey Shore Music Festival, and there was a couple bands that I had been set out to see. I didn't get to see your whole set. I kind of got like a glimpse of it because I had to go to another section. But before I left, I put on Facebook, hey guys, here's the schedule for the Jersey Shore Music Festival. Look at it. I want you all to tell me who I should catch. Yeah. And your name came up more than one time.
Oh, nice.
From Philly folks.
That's great.
Yeah, so you were known even before I got down there.
Well, the Blackfires as a band have played Philly a couple times, Dobbs.
Yep.
So they do have some history there here. So maybe they saw the
band
band
knew
before.
who you were.
Yeah.
They said I had to get out to see you. And then I had kept hearing some things from here and there. And finally we got to have you come on the show and talk about it. So that's awesome. Yeah. So let's start with you. Let's talk about you a little bit.
Okay, sure.
What were you doing before you joined the Blackfires? What was
I was in a different band, and things kind of soured a little bit. And
that's the unfortunate side effect of a group dynamic.
It kind of just went as far as it could go, basically. And I knew Cheggy, the singer. I knew him for about 4 years. We were like casual acquaintances and stuff. And actually, when he first came here about 4 years ago from Russia, looking to start a band, and we hooked up that way. We were going to start a cover band together. We had a couple jam sessions, and it didn't really pan out with the other musicians, so it just kind of folded. And he went and did his band. I did my other band, but we maintained a friendship and checked in with each other and just see how everybody's doing. And when I heard that his band kind of fell apart, I was kind of surprised because they had a lot of success locally and very quick. But
locally in New York.
In New York, locally in New York. And when I found out that they were looking for new players, I was interested, and we did a show, 1-day show. He got an offer to play this music festival, a street fair, but he didn't have a band, so he just call up some of his friends and, what Led Zeppelin songs, what can we put together really fast in 1 day and just do this. So we did it. We played, and we had one rehearsal. We played the next day, and it went really fantastic. And we were all kind of just mutually like, we should try to rebuild the Blackfires up and really do this.
Yeah.
Because I felt that they were a good band. I was kind of a fan of theirs before I was really in the band. And, Cheggy, the singer, is just a really fantastic frontman. So I really I was interested in playing with him. So,
have you always done rock music? Has that been your thing?
Well, I like a lot of music. I mean,
I'm kind of giving away your style a little bit. We're going to listen to you guys. Obviously, I wouldn't classify it as just rock, but
well, the band is a hard rock kind of band. I would kind of define the band as like the best of '70s hard rock, kind of Zeppelin, Queen, Deep Purple, Aerosmith, that kind of vibe.
That's his voice, I think, adds so much to that vibe.
Yeah,
it really does.
Yeah, he's totally got that frontman thing.
Yeah, he does.
And, he has a high range and everything. But yeah, me personally, are we talking about me personally or the band?
Yeah, you personally. Have you always done rock?
Well, I always had a passion for rock. Led Zeppelin is like the biggest influence on me, but mainly because I'm always into a lot of different music. I really like a lot of soul music also. I love Motown and Philly soul and James Brown, Earth, Wind and Fire. I love all that stuff too. So if you combined those two elements of like Zeppelin and rock stuff mixed with soul and Motown and funk and that kind of stuff. That's kind of where I'm at, But I also venture out in all kinds of material. I like reggae and. I went to India a few times recently on tour as a drummer, and I got into world music. So I just kind of like a sponge, all kinds of music. I think it's important for any musician to listen to all kinds of material to make you more diverse. When it comes to your own material, you have more of a well to draw from.
Absolutely. What did you grow up listening to? Were you in that Motown thing?
Yeah, I love the whole soul thing. My parents were really big into it, and I love the stylistics, OJs, Temptations, all that stuff too, and James Brown. Elvis. I was a big Elvis guy.
Who doesn't love Elvis?
Yeah, I know. And the Beatles too. But I really took a liking to the soul music, and I still really find inspiration from it.
So I need to ask you the question of the night, because every week on that mag, we always do a question of the night. Sometimes they're really ridiculous, like, has anybody thrown up at your foot at a festival? Sometimes they're a little bit more music related. Tonight's question, I think you heard me say it is, who is your favorite rock singer? I'm going to let you think about it. We have some more answers coming through. We got Freddie Mercury, somebody said, which is a great one. What about you? Do you have a favorite?
That was my answer.
Freddie Mercury? Was it?
Yeah.
All right, well then...
I could just kind of elaborate on why.
Yes, please tell us why. Other than he's legendary.
He's fantastic, but he's just so diverse in his material and so creative, and his frontman abilities, and he just always maintained his skill too. That's another thing, like about Queen in general. I know Freddie's gone, but the other musicians have maintained their skill and as they gotten older, and that's something I really enjoy and really respect. So some musicians, when they get older, they can't really hit the notes anymore. They can't really play the way they used to play. But Queen is just really kind of an ultimate band because their material was so diverse. Yes. They would do a funk song, they would do a really hard rocking song, then they would do like a reggae. They would just play all around with different jazz, and ragtime and Bohemian Rhapsody.
Every song felt like a musical to me, like a Broadway musical. Like they set the stage from the beginning to the end with every track.
Yeah, and there's 4 writers in the band, which is is really impressive. It's not just like one guy writing.
It's a bunch of people doing their thing.
Yeah.
I want to give everybody at home a chance to hear the music so that we could talk a little bit about musical style as a band. And, what you guys have been doing, because I know you've been busy. And then, of course, the things that are going to be coming up in the pipeline. Okay. I do want to mention to everybody right now listening, if you're a fan of the Blackfires, jump on our Twitter right now, at That Music Mag, or join us in the chat room at gashouseradio.com. Feel free to ask any questions. We will relay them and get some answers for you. Anything, right? What do you think is like the good... You gave me a whole bunch of songs, which we appreciate. The good introductory song to kind of set people up who maybe never have heard you before.
Well, we can start with Rocker Child. That kind of
Rocker Child?
Yeah, let's go with that one.
All right, we're going to listen to Rocker Child, and we're going to be back in just a moment. right, we're back. We got to hear Rocker Child.
Cool.
Live from the Cutting Room Floor. Is that the name of the album?
Live from the Cutting Room. That was
Live from the Cutting Room.
The album was
I added a
recorded
word for
live.
you.
It was recorded live. It's not like a live concert, and it's not that, in that sense. It's not live.
Okay.
But it was more like live in the studio. The band just performed live, as opposed to tracking one at a time, doing overdubs and things like that. So it was like a live kind of performance. So that's where the live from the Cutting Room comes from.
Is this configuration of the Blackfires, is this the first project that you put out, this live one?
That is actually the old lineup of the band.
Oh, it is the old
We're currently working on a new EP with the new lineup, and we're very anxious to make our own statement. And so that's we're in the process right now of recording that. It should be done within a month or so, maybe 2 months.
Do you have a name for it yet?
No, we haven't had a title yet. But that song "Rocker Child," just to talk about that, we do a slightly different arrangement live, and we do a call response thing with Chaggy and the guitar players. But you have to come see the show to see it, because it's different than on the album.
It is.
Yeah. So
and for those of folks in Philadelphia who want to see you, you're actually performing. You got selected for Liberty Music Fest.
Yep, we're playing Finnegan's Wake.
Finnegan's Wake, yeah.
On Friday the 22nd.
Have you been to Finnegan's yet?
I have not. I'm looking forward to it.
It is 4 floors. It's huge.
Yeah, that's what I heard. And I've been really looking forward to playing Philly. The band, the Blackfires, have played Philly a couple times, but me personally, I haven't. And since I'm from South Jersey area, so it's something I've been really wanting to do for a long time. And the Liberty Fest seemed like a great opportunity, because there's going to be so many bands there.
Yep.
And educational panels and things like that. So it'll be good.
And your friends from Jersey could come on over.
And our friends from Jersey and Philly, everybody can come over.
I'm actually really looking forward to it, but I'm excited to see you guys play too, because like I said, I unfortunately had to miss some of it at the last time you were performing live. So I'm excited to see this time. So you're in the studio right now working on a new album. Who does the majority of the writing in the band? Is it a combination?
Well, that's what's kind of interesting about the band. Everyone is a writer.
Wow. That is
which I love, because we all have kind of slightly different styles, but it's all still compatible with each other. Mm-hmm. It's all kind of guitar-oriented rock kind of stuff. But we all have different slight variations of rock music, and it just makes for a real fertile ground when you have so many writers that we can really pick the best from each person and come with something that's hopefully special that people like.
Do you write when you're in the studio recording, or is that kind of done beforehand?
No, we do it beforehand. Basically, we either write on our own, or we also have a monthly studio that we practice 2 or 3 times a week, and we'll jam on a riff. Somebody has a riff, we'll work on it. Sometimes people have a song that's already done, and pretty much, and they bring it in, and if everybody likes it, we learn it. But it really comes from all different approaches, really. But
how do you feel the music is changing from the album, that is the old configuration, now to this new, improved version of the Blackfires? Is it a new sound?
Well, there's similarities. I mean, it's the same lead singer, and one of the guitar players is the same.
Yeah.
But there are additions that are noticeable to me. Now there's 4 people.
Like the drums.
The drums, the drums are way better.
Yeah, they're way better, right? We can say that.
Yeah, good call. No, there's an emphasis on vocal harmonies now that wasn't necessarily there before. Mm-hmm. They had harmonies, but now it's like there's 4 singers. It's like the Eagles, almost in a sense. We really try to emphasize that element, and that's a definite difference. And obviously, me on the drums is different, like I'm going to say. And the other guitar player we have, Hector, is new to the band too, and he brings his own flavors too. So there's similarities, but it's also different, and I hope people will like it. And because when I saw the band, I saw them before I was in the band, and I noticed some things that I felt I could throw in, if I ended up being in the band. And one of the things was the harmonies and stuff, and that's. People really comment a lot on that. When I see a lot of bands play, I don't really, not that much, but I don't see so many people doing the big harmonies and stuff like that. Usually just the one singer singing in. But that's something that gives the music an extra dimension, and people seem to comment on it. I think our voices blend really well too. So the harmonies hopefully will be noticeably different.
How long have you been playing drums? Your whole life? Is this something?
Pretty much. Yeah, my father was a drummer.
Oh.
Yeah. So I've been playing my whole life, basically.
I'm always really fascinated when I see drummers do other things just besides drum. Like when they sing or when they do percussion along with the drums that they're doing.
I play guitar also.
Wow.
That's how I get to write the songs, some of the songs. And I play bass and keyboards, a little bit of that. I've done some of my own CDs, just one-man band kind of things. But yeah, no, I
How do you sing and play the drums at the same time?
It's something that I've developed. Like I remember, I've listened to like old tapes of me in like high school and stuff.
Yeah.
And when I'm playing, you can feel the punctuation, like you feel the rhythm in my voice. I'll be right. It's something you got to work on, and how I do it, I don't know. It's just practice, I guess.
Who is the drummer that inspires you? Is there anybody out there?
Well, I mean, a lot of the legendary guys. You know, John Bonham, Led Zeppelin, Phil Collins. I love Phil Collins.
He's brilliant. He doesn't get enough credit, I think.
Sometimes. No, I think sometimes maybe because he writes a lot of pop songs, all those pop tunes, people kind of maybe diminish that, But he's a fantastic writer. Who else? Alex Van Halen, I really like. Stuart Copeland, a lot of legendary guys. Terry Bozzio, he was with Frank Zappa. But John Bonham's like the big guy.
Yeah, the master.
That's pretty much it.
I want to ask you, because I follow you guys on Facebook too, and you mentioned this, and I was going to bring it up regardless because I think it's awesome. You had a legendary opportunity in Moscow recently.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, well, that kind of transpired within like 4 days, basically. We talked about it a few months prior, but a lot of times when you're in bands, they talk about this, they talk about that, you're going to do this, you're going to do, and it never really transpires. So, but we were talking about it a while ago, and then kind of just died out. And then all of a sudden, about 4 days before we were supposed to play, Cheggy, our lead singer, comes and says, okay, guys, this is happening. We need to get our visas now. And we're going to Russia to open up for Aerosmith in front of 20,000 people in Olympic Stadium.
I don't even know. What is that news like? Like, oh, what?
It was surreal. It was surreal because it's pretty extraordinary. I mean, for an unsigned band, to open up for Aerosmith legends. I mean, you don't really see that. Most of the people that open up for Aerosmith, they're signed. They're established names too.
I mean, it's a huge move, and then to hear it's in Moscow. I mean,
yeah. Well, Cheggy is from Moscow, our lead singer, and he has a history down there. He's played down there, so that was partially how we got informed of the gig. Aerosmith had a few bands apply for the gig to open up. And Aerosmith didn't like any of the bands. So they said, what other bands you got? They asked the promoters, what other bands you know about? The promoter said, well, the Blackfires. Why don't you guys check them out? They checked us out. They liked us and gave it the okay.
So Steven Tyler watched you before you came to Moscow.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild, incredible. Right? Yeah.
Pretty wild. To get his approval is pretty cool.
That is amazing.
Yeah. So we got the visa, we got the tickets, everything. Like we organized the hotel and all these things. And part of me really didn't believe that was going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's very extraordinary, So when we got on the plane, we got to the airport, we got to Russia. I'm like, I'm not sure this thing is happening.
Yeah, we're going to get to Moscow.
We're in Moscow. We got there and, we get to the stadium. I'm like, all right, I'm just waiting for somebody to pull the plug and say, yeah, guys, we were going to have you on, but Aerosmith decided not to have an opening band today. So sorry, go home.
Yeah.
I just didn't know what. And we didn't really tell people that we were. I mean, I told one person, and we didn't promote it on Facebook. We dropped these little hints. We were like, all right, last rehearsal before the big trip. Guess where we're going? And people were guessing and stuff like that. And then after that we posted our passports.
Yeah, that's the one I saw.
Then we posted a photo of us in Russia. With a little, what are those little doll things that they
I know what you're talking about, the stackable doll things. Like,
so we posted that picture of that, and then later on we posted a photo. We were sightseeing, and we were in the subway, and there just happened to be an Aerosmith poster promoting the show. Now our names aren't on it or anything,
right?
But we took a picture of us kind of just standing in front of the poster. You
God,
you can see
so
us,
cool.
and you can see. And then someone was, "Oh, are you going to see Aerosmith?" I was like, "Yeah, well, you can kind of say that."
Yeah, we're gonna see him.
But nobody guessed, and we posted maybe like a few hours before the show. Okay, we're gonna let the cat out of the bag. We're opening up for Aerosmith. We posted a photo of us in front of the stage and everything. I mean, and it was pretty people were pretty surprised.
It's amazing.
It was pretty wild.
So what happened? What happened when you get there? No one pulled the plug.
No one pulled the plug. I couldn't believe this is real. It got real. Like stuff just got real, as they say. But they don't say stuff.
You can say shit. It's all right. Shit got real.
Shit got real. And it was just amazing because it's normally a 40,000 seat arena, but they did it sideways. You know, normally like a concert venue, you have like it's long ways and you have the stage and then you have the long ways.
Right.
Arena. They did it sideways.
I kind of like that.
It's I never seen an arrangement like that.
Would that mean everybody would have a better view, right?
Well, I don't know if it's everybody's. You still get a good view. It's just a different setup. I've never seen it set sideways. But normally it's 40,000, and it was 20,000 when Aerosmith played. So we got to watch them rehearse, and that was pretty cool. Normally they don't rehearse. We were supposed to set up and do a little sound check thing, you know, get all comfortable.
Yep.
Well, that didn't happen. Aerosmith, they were working on a new song. They were debuting a new song. So they went and they rehearsed. So they took up all our time that we were going to rehearse. They rehearsed.
Did you get to see them rehearse?
Yeah, we were just chilling. Yeah, we were sitting in the audience seats watching, which was a real cool treat, you know, to watch Steven Tyler kind of talk to the production guys and work things out and stuff. And
it's like your own private show.
Yeah, it's like a behind the scenes kind of thing. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But we were kind of at a distance, you know. But when we finally had a chance to get ready to set up, they rehearsed a song, and they said, "Okay, you guys got about 10 minutes to set up. Get ready."
Oh, that's what you want to hear.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, I know we told you 4 days ago you're going to be in Moscow. Well, you have 10 minutes to set up everything for 20,000 people.
Yeah.
Good luck in Russia.
And no sound check.
No sound check. And by the way, all of our electric is different here.
Yeah. But luckily, we had a crew. We rented equipment, rented drums and stuff, and they were very, very excellent at helping us. They set up the drums really fast. I mean, we just did a line check. So it's weird when you play a stadium and you hit like the snare drum. It's like pow. Wow.
Yeah.
Like, it's like there's a big delay. It's like, it was wild. I mean,
there's no bodies there yet.
It's just like this big room. It was pretty wild. I wasn't that nervous. So just a little nervous because we didn't have a sound check. That was just a little thing because it was like, hurry up. Okay, put the drums. Okay, get the guitars. Okay, go. But luckily we brought a sound man with us. We brought a sound guy from the U.S. He heard about it. Was like, I'm going with you guys. So luckily, when we started playing, he's manipulating the board, you know.
That was smart.
And like working it, because if it was just Aerosmith's house sound guy, he wouldn't have had that extra care that, you know, it's your buddies that are playing up on the stage and you want to make them sound real good.
That was a very smart move.
So we had our guy come with us and he was like, you know, working the board. And I've seen some bootleg kind of footage, you know, of the band, and it sounds really good. I mean, so he did really good job because we had no sound check, nothing. We couldn't like just even play like 10 seconds of a song.
So what was the crowd like in Russia?
Okay, the crowd was fantastic. They absolutely ate it up. I mean, I'm not exaggerating. We had a half-hour set, and we have a 30-minute set that's pretty tight that we've played several times because we played like the Jersey Shore Festival. We had all these. And we played about a half hour. So we had a real tight 30-minute set. And when we played, it was just the crowd embraced us 100%. It was like fists in the air, screaming and stuff. And towards the end of the set...
not to cut you off, but I guess it would be beneficial that Cheggy is from Moscow because he was able to talk to the crowd,
he was talking to them, in their native tongue.
I didn't even think about that. That's a huge
And he knew a lot of... Well, not a lot. I mean, he knew some people there. A lot of his friends came, invited his friends and his family and stuff. So it was like a cool, like, local boy makes good. You know, he comes back, the local Moscow, you know, he comes...
From the big New York
City.
Come
back, come and open it, and then playing, you know, Olympic Stadium.
Yeah.
I mean, so his friends were very proud and his family was proud. So... and he was talking to them, you know, talking to the audience, saying, you know, dreams come true, folks. You know, follow your dreams and stuff. So it was a very inspiring kind of night. And towards the end of the set, we do a song, and it's our last song. And I'm watching the crowd, and the second time the chorus rolls around, I see lips moving, singing the words.
Shut up! Oh, that's got to feel good.
And it was just amazing because they didn't really know the material. I mean, we didn't do we did one cover song, but mostly original material. that they're all hearing for the first time.
Yeah.
But they're, fists in the air, and we have a lot of footage that we've filmed, and we're going to make a video, compile all the footage. They were just really embraced it. It was a total home run, knocked it out of the park, and I'm very proud of how the band played. We all stepped up to the plate and played really well, and it was excellent. I mean, the crowd was great. We made a lot of fans afterwards, and it was.
Did you get to watch Aerosmith then?
We watched Aerosmith from the side of the stage. It was. Did
you get to talk to them at all?
Well, our guitar player Anthony knows Brad Whitford from Aerosmith. They're kind of friends with each other, so they hung out a little bit, and we got invited to hang out with Aerosmith afterwards. That was pretty cool. But we talked to them a little bit, but not so much. They're very busy and stuff.
Yeah. Did they get to see any of your set?
Brad watched our show from the side of the stage. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
he said he really liked it, so that's. Got a thumbs up from one of the guys in Aerosmith. It's pretty cool.
And this was just recently, right? This was
late May 24th, I think.
May 24th. I mean, so it was pretty recent.
Pretty recent, yeah.
What a huge thing. Congratulations on that.
Yeah, it was a pretty fantastic thing to do. It was just... And the weather was fantastic. It was like 85 degrees over there. It was like perfect weather.
I bet
and we got recognized in the streets. That was pretty cool, too.
I bet coming back from something like that is just such a weird feeling. Like, you're on a cloud and then... You have to come back.
Well, when we came back, we had a very special gig also because we opened up for Jason Bonham and Glenn Hughes from Deep Purple.
Yeah,
we played a big show in New York, Gramercy Theater. Mm-hmm. It's a really awesome place.
That's a legendary, iconic place.
Yes, and we came right back from the Aerosmith show, and we got to meet Jason Bonham, take pictures with him and stuff, and Glenn Hughes. He was very cool. They're all very cool guys. They took pictures with us one at a time and group pictures with us. And it was actually John Bonham's birthday that day.
Oh, shut up.
So for me, as a Zepp guy, to play on, and tell you the truth, Gramercy Theater was one of the dream places for me to play. Mm-hmm. So I'm playing Gramercy Theater on John Bonham's birthday with Jason Bonham.
Yeah.
And right we just came back from Aerosmith. I mean, it was pretty fantastic. And really, I couldn't be happier with how we played because we really just brought something up a notch at that show. I've seen some of the video, and it's like a lot of people comment how it was a very special performance. Like, we really just did really well. I killed it. I mean, it was just a really great show. So.
I want to get into another track really quick.
Okay. Yeah.
What's the next one I should play?
Let's do Gambit. Gambit's a fan favorite, so let's go for that one.
So I was looking at your iTunes page today, and it was actually, I read a comment about this particular song that this is really one where you get to see the vocal extent of Cheggy. Apparently he goes in on this one.
Yeah.
That was an iTunes comment today.
Okay, cool, yeah.
All right, let's check it out. We'll be back in just a moment.
My
I'm filling Joe in right now on just what happens at Finnegan's Wake. So I'm going to tell everybody when you come for Liberty, so everybody knows this is the situation. When you come for Liberty, Finnegan's Wake is actually 4 floors. When you walk in, you have the option to go up or down. If you go up one level, that is the main stage area. It's a huge room with big wooden bars. It's just beautiful. The floor above that is where some of the smaller, like 1 and 2 person performances are going to be. And then there's another room above that, and then there's a basement stage, which is they're going to be doing like EDM and DJ stuff, and all kinds of stuff is happening. So it's like this awesome place. And for those of you who need to figure out where Finnegan's is, it's right off of the Spring Garden exit on the L, so it's super easy to get to by public transportation. And you could all get rooms at the Holiday Inn really cheap because they have the block set aside for the music festival. So if anybody's listening and they're coming for that, definitely check that out. So we'll see you guys at Liberty on that Friday.
Yep.
Which is the 22nd.
22nd. We'll be on about 9:30, something like that. So get there by 9. Make it safe.
What other shows do you have coming up? Anything else that in New York or anywhere?
Yeah, we're playing a show in New York at Slate. It's called Slate, and it is a music industry networking fashion kind of show.
That's kind of cool.
We're gonna do a set there, but we're also venturing out to North Carolina, which is very exciting for me because I love to travel. Mm-hmm. And I love that.
I gathered that, being that you just came down to Philly for the night.
Music is like a great passport for traveling around. For me, it's the best way to travel. To get to play music and check out new sites, meet new people and stuff. So we're going to be playing 2 shows in North Carolina.
Where? What city?
Statesville, North Carolina, and Charlotte, North Carolina. We're going to be opening up for a band called 21st Century Goliath.
Okay.
Anthony's friends with them. So, yeah, we hooked up with them. And we're also planning a California show, too. We're going to go out to California.
Wow. Where in California do you know?
Not sure. Yeah, we're kind of working out the details now. But the band is all very gung-ho about traveling and really doing this. We're currently in the market for a van. We're going to buy a van and hit the road.
I hear Kickstarter coming.
Just might. But we're all very... It's great because we're all on the same page. Everybody's very ambitious. Mm-hmm. And, we're all like kind of on the same page. And it's great to be in a situation like that because I've been in a lot of bands where it's not always eye to eye. Yeah. The guitar player, not so great. It's just everything. There's endless possibilities with the band. It's just a good feeling to be a part of something that, everybody's mutually inspiring each other and all very excited to go out and do this and make a go of it.
Where can we find you guys online?
Well, the main page is theblackfires.com. We're also on Facebook. It's / The Blackfires. ReverbNation.com / The Blackfires. You just Google The Blackfires. You'll find us for sure.
You're everywhere.
Yeah, we're all over the place.
And we have to stay tuned and wait for that new album to come out.